welcome. Welcome back. We are doing another segment of episode 25. This is our whatever segment of our Faith and Whatever show, where we will go ahead and meet at the intersectionality of pop culture and epicness. This week we are doing a load of trailer reviews, in that we watched some trailers earlier, and
From
we're gonna
Comic-Con?
Yeah, Comic-Con specific trailers, and we're gonna go ahead and have a go at discussing them. And so James and Chris, I'll let you guys introduce the trailers, and we can kind of talk about what our impressions were. Good, bad.
I had mentioned that Garrett's not here, but I'd be afraid of his giant head staring at me again. So
That's a thing. So yeah, that's yeah. Go ahead.
Let's start with a couple of throwaways here. Defenders and Iron Fist. Now, Defenders was not even a trailer. It was just a hype video to get people.
Right. It's not a throwaway because we're not excited about Defenders.
Right, super excited about Defenders, but there's nothing to talk about. Iron Fist, on the other hand, it was a teaser, so we got to give it a break. But even as a teaser, it kind of failed me. What do you think, Chris?
The Iron Fist one?
Yeah.
Just, like, if somebody didn't already know about Iron Fist, they wouldn't have gotten anything from it, really, right?
Yeah.
And so, but on the other hand, it's a teaser, so, that's kind of what it's supposed to be. But, yeah, it didn't do much for me.
Something I'm realizing about this Netflix plan with Daredevil and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist is that, with the exception of Daredevil, the problem is that they all have the same more or less power. They're all just beat 'em ups. I mean, even technically, Daredevil's a beat 'em up too, but at least he has the extra senses, right? So that can set him apart. But Luke Cage has the strong skin, but at the end of the day, what he's doing is punching people through walls, right? It seems like from the teaser of Iron Fist,
that's
nothing
what he's
really
doing too.
Right, he just broke down a wall. I'm getting a little worried that it's one note.
And that's all Jessica Jones does.
Right. So I've been enjoying what I've watched so far, and I'm not totally caught up, but I'm trying to catch up. So I've enjoyed it, but I'm gonna be worried that when they all come together into one team, the Defenders, it's gonna be, first of all, 3 tough people, and then having to justify Daredevil's presence with his senses always doing something, being the Aquaman of the team essentially.
I'm curious to see who else is in that Defenders group.
It's those 4. It's Luke Cage.
Oh, and Iron Fist is the 4th.
Iron Fist.
Yeah. Is
Jessica
Iron Fist going to be
Jones.
made to be like super intelligent?
He's basically Iron Fist is basically Bruce Lee in the comic books. He's kind of like a Bruce Lee figure. He's a kung fu figure.
Ultimately, what I'm asking is who's going to be the one that runs the
brains
dialogue
of the operation?
Yeah, because the other 3 right now are excellent enforcers, or whatever term
They're not
goes
very
with
quippy.
that. There's just not a good, to me at this point, seeming person that's available for helping like move the meta narrative of the story.
Maybe they'll use Stick for that or something.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Maybe they'll use Stick for that.
Stick?
Yeah. The
Who's
training
Stick?
guy.
Oh, maybe.
Right,
I was thinking maybe Foggy.
I need Foggy to be dead by the time Defenders comes out.
I don't know.
You know what? Want to sell me on Defenders? Kill Foggy in the first 5 minutes of the first season of Defenders. I will watch the rest of that season faithfully if they just shoot Foggy in the face.
Or Luke Cage just rips out his vocal cords. Either way, that would be fine. But like, I see it, and I think the shows are all cool independently because there's strong villains, and I think the villains are really move the show forward for me. And everything else, I haven't, like in Daredevil, I wasn't as sold on the guy who played Daredevil himself, but I really like the guy who played Kingpin. In Jessica Jones, I really liked what's his face, Tennant. In more so than I like Jessica or Daredevil themselves respectively. And so I'm just kind of like meh with this thought of being 3 of them. I think Luke Cage has the propensity for strong dialogue, and the guy who plays Remy Denton on House of Cards is a very good actor.
We'll talk about Luke Cage. Let's talk about it now, in fact. So Defenders was not really a trailer. Iron Fist was sort of a lame teaser in my opinion. But Luke Cage got more of a legit trailer.
Yeah.
What did you think about it, Josh?
I agree. I'm still your bit here, but I liked how it didn't reveal too much there, right? It like kind of shows him embracing who he could be potentially,
Yeah.
without giving away too much of the plot, like you see in other trailers,
Yeah.
like Ant-Man, where you saw the whole
The
movie
whole
in 2 minutes.
movie.
Like this one is cool. It shows you. Experientially speaking, when I've seen Netflix shows that do a lot of the smash and grab stuff, or just the smash and whatever stuff before, typically you find that there's a good plot associated with that, and those parts make up a very small amount of the actual content. So I'm excited for it.
Hey, Chris, how's my audio?
Looks fine to me.
Okay. I'm kind of low on my own speakers, but I can.
Can you
That's
hear Josh
fine.
fine?
I don't need it adjusted as long as you say it's fine.
Yeah, I'll turn you up. So keep going.
Anyway, so I liked the Luke Cage trailer. I mean, basically it showed him roughing up a bunch of gangster types down a hallway, and it really showed off his powers. Of course, he took a bunch of bullets that didn't hurt him. I love the part where he just shoved his hand into a wall to tear out something to use as a tool.
What's cool about that specific trailer is for non-comic book people like me who don't know who Luke Cage is, we get an immediate sense of what he brings to the table as a superhero.
Yeah. So, you're right. They did a really good job in very quickly showing his
Bullet
toughness.
holes in his sweaters, punches through a door, wraps a guy in a car door. And then when I originally, like right when we were watching the trailer and the car windows down, I'm thinking, and I said out loud, why doesn't somebody just shoot him in the face? Not knowing what his like actual power is. Right. And then all of a sudden somebody shoots him. It's like, well, okay, they answered that. They literally answered my question for me.
I wonder if they will avoid putting Jessica Jones on his show in order to differentiate him. I wonder if that's going to be a thing. Because I only understand him so far as he is connected to the Jessica Jones story, and it works that way.
Aren't they lovers in the comic book?
I believe there is a version of that. I'm not sure. I know that, honestly, I've not followed, other than Daredevil, I haven't followed these particular characters. I know that Luke Cage and Iron Fist are pals. They're sort of a duo for quite a while.
Partners.
Well, they fight crime together, and but I don't know. Do you know if outside of, I think in Defenders they might be. They might have a thing. But
they were in the Jessica Jones show.
Yeah, they were in the show. And
the show for
I know
sure.
they are in some comic book. I know they are because there was actually a backlash from like a lot of Christian sites about being good with Jessica Jones because of what it represents in the comic book world. Because of like the sexual.
She is not a strong female character. At least I've only seen the first third of the show, so it might get better. But like the basic portrayal, the way they've defined her, obviously she's tough and she doesn't need a man to help her or whatever. But she's also sort of like a down and out alcoholic, and like I don't know if like Christians should be trumpeting her example to young women.
Right. So anyway, it's not to get too far into that. What's our next trailer?
Let's get all the way in it. No, I'm kidding. The next trailer was Kong. We looked at Kong, and Chris, I'm gonna let you open us up on that one.
What is there really to say? I mean, it's another Kong movie, the King Kong movie. I mean, it looks cool. You got a lot of good actors in it. Samuel Jackson, John Goodman. I always like John Goodman.
Yeah, me too.
I'm kind of
great.
I'm kind of sick of that story.
I'm afraid Samuel Jackson's just gonna yell the whole time.
Yeah, and of course Loki himself, right?
Right. I'm sick of that story. Actually, when I was watching the trailer, I thought to myself, this looks very beautifully filmed. I like the angles, the colors, a lot of the shots. But at the end of the day, I don't want to watch the story of them going to an island and discovering the giant monster again. It's like I don't
learning to
want
come to
need
grips
that
with
story.
our own humanity, living at peace with other men. Like, just either shoot him or let him live there. Like, he's not bothering anybody. He's existed in his own habitat for thousands of years. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Tom Hiddleston, that's how you say his last name, Hiddleston.
Yeah. Was John Goodman in the other Skull Island?
What?
Was he in the other one with Jack Black?
I don't think so.
That would be really funny.
That would be funny. Tom Hiddleston, I was really disappointed to see him in the trailer because I want him to be in better movies.
Tom, you're so much better than this.
Exactly. He is an incredible actor, and he deserves to be in incredible movies. And this just seems, I don't know, it honestly seems beneath him. It's weird to say. But
I was down for the trailer until the very end, like Chris said, where they show the monster breathing in and it's not. It's like, I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I'll go see it. I'll probably take my youth kids to go see it because it's cool and whatever. But I didn't think the original 1930s Godzilla was good. I don't think this King Kong is good, and I don't know.
Jack Black.
Nothing's better than Jag B.
Wasn't there one before Jack Black even?
Yeah, I mean probably.
The one that had Puff Daddy did a song for?
I have no.
No, he did that for Godzilla.
Oh, that was Godzilla.
Yeah.
That was Godzilla. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the difference. I thought that they were the same thing.
All right, next up.
Next up is King Arthur by Guy Ritchie.
So it looks like I found a picture that was in portrait, and it's kind of stretched out a little here. So
We need to get out of that.
just so dreamy though. Look at his eyes.
Yeah, Arthur looks pretty tight to me. I like the mythology of that time period on a personal level. So I know I'll enjoy the piece regardless of actually how good or not good it is. It seems to me like reluctant hero type figures out that he's needed to do a task to fulfill his destiny, fulfills said destiny, and goes down as a legend.
And he seems to be kind of snarky
Yeah.
throughout the whole trailer. He's it's almost it's like right on the edge of almost parodying that myth, the King Arthur myth.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing it through the eyes of potentially Arthur, and Arthur just thinks that the whole thing's ridiculous.
It's like he'll have like a funny quippy sidekick.
Yeah.
It'll be a buddy cop movie just with King Arthur.
I
It'll
kinda
be a
s-
Guy Ritchie movie. That's there are not a lot of directors I'll go watch just because that director directed it, but Guy Ritchie is what I always go watch.
Well, for people who may not know, what are some other things Guy Ritchie's done?
Lately, the big ones would have been the Sherlock Holmes, with Robert Downey Jr.
Those were some good twists.
Yeah, but he got famous for Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
I did like
He
both
does
of
that
those
super
movies.
fast-paced,
Yeah.
kind of frantic editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he
And
hadn't
always
put
a little
in-
bit of fun.
I wish they hadn't put into the trailer that scene where they both jump off the cliff and you watch them from a aerial view falling down into the water, because the moment I saw that, it felt like every other trailer I have seen.
That's because everybody's been copying Guy Ritchie for the last 20 years.
Is that a Guy Ritchie
Well, I mean,
special?
all the action stuff. Maybe he didn't invent it, but he's really popularized a lot of.
Yeah.
Like the way he tells the story usually, where you get all kinds of fragments that come together towards the end. I don't know if he'll do that with this because he didn't really do it with Sherlock entirely, but that's how Lock, Stock was, and Snatch, and Revolver to an extent, and some of his other stuff. But I mean, he's really the king of that. Like all these crazy stories that somehow come together to form one big story.
You know who you won't see in that movie?
Me?
Madonna.
Oh.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I auditioned, but I never got a call back. So,
Yeah, I'm excited. I like Guy Ritchie movies. I did like Snatch, and I really did like Lock, Stock. They were
The Sherlock
enjoyable.
Holmes movies were...
I personally enjoyed them. I thought the twists in
They're
Sherlock
quippy.
Holmes were pretty good.
The quips are good.
So I like the Chris Wright, the fragmented stuff that comes together at the end. But even in Sherlock, he had more of like a big twist that you didn't see coming.
right, he did Sherlock more as a traditional.
Yeah, which I
story
think
arc.
I think he did well. So
Yeah. Now, the next one I don't have much to say about, but you two, I think, really follow this show. Vikings, right? Isn't that... Do you watch Vikings?
I have never seen an episode.
That picture worked out great, didn't it? We should
Myopic
test some of
boat.
these before we put them in.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't like. I won't watch this show mainly because of what it represents. The History Channel trying to be something that it's not. I just want to watch World War II documentaries on History Channel.
History
It's better
Channel
than
has
Pawn
not been a
Stars.
legitimate history channel in easily over a decade.
Yeah, that's probably when
It's
I stopped
trash.
watching it. But
It's the TMZ of history.
yeah, what do you think, Chris?
I think it's better. It's closer to history than Pawn Stars. So,
Yeah.
and it is a really awesome show.
I don't know, dude. Pawn Stars has like legit.
Yeah, Vikings
real,
actually happened.
Pawn Stars has like legit real pieces of history though
Yeah,
that are a part of it.
but I mean, all the reality stuff, the Counting Cars one. I mean, they have a lot of just random reality shows now, and at least it's fiction, but at least it's
Dramatized fiction.
yeah, at least it's from history in a sense.
Yeah, and we don't. I don't know. I haven't studied Viking stuff too much. I mean, it's not a big thing in like history books growing up.
They don't have a strong written history,
Yeah.
so it's you mostly get to know Vikings through what other people said about them. You know, so people they conquered or people that survived battle with them.
It's a lot of not nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'll probably. I don't know. If it's on Netflix, I'll watch it.
Okay. Well, let's get on to some better topics then, since Vikings was such a bust. How about Wonder Woman? Gal Gadot. That's Chris's number one pick for Wonder Woman, by the way.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I, unlike you, like the scene where the trench warfare thing. Where she's fighting.
So stupid. I was so into that trailer until she walked into trench warfare wearing traditional Wonder Woman garb.
I mean,
I thought that was so stupid looking.
What's stupid about that?
Because like even the Captain America movies, the first one particularly, they knew to sort of pull back on the comic book cheese when he's in the World War setting. He's in World War II and she's in World War One, but still that realistic setting, they kind of gave him a costume that was believable, not perfectly so, but believable. You could swallow that somebody might have worn that in that era. The only thing being a little silly is the mask part over his eyes. Whereas wearing a short skirt and a skimpy top along with some metal boots into World War One trench warfare is a little, I don't know.
It just looks silly.
It takes me out of of being able to sort of what do you call it when you
The immersiveness.
Yeah, the immersiveness, or when you sort of are able to
Suspension of disbelief.
That's it. It takes me out. I can't suspend that far. Right? That goes beyond my ability to
That's just such
suspend.
an
Golden
obscure-
lasso, bulletproof armor. Sure.
Yeah, I guess
But
it's
a
such like an
skirt,
obscure
no.
line to draw to me, like that she would even understand trench warfare in any capacity whatsoever.
It does, but it does look like all this super hyper realistic setting,
Yeah.
and then a comic book outfit in the middle of it.
I mean,
Right.
isn't that kind of the point?
To some extent, but I think there's a real balance, like we were talking about before we started recording. In Man of Steel, how they ditched the underwear on the outside for Superman.
Right.
There's certain things that are just better left in the comic books.
Yeah, because comic books don't. You want to translate them like somewhat faithfully, but some things don't work off the comic book page, and I like it when they make adjustments for what is more believable when a real actor is wearing the suit. And the thing is it's not like you're betraying Wonder Woman by giving her more realistic garb, because there's far more modern, realistic versions of Wonder Woman in the comics right now, where she's wearing pants, where she's wearing a top that has shoulders and sleeves. Right, that version of Wonder Woman already exists in the comic book.
This Wonder Woman looks like the way when guys make a female character in an RPG.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess I just don't see, like, you've been able to suspend your disbelief in every other juncture.
Because they haven't done that trashy of a job.
I don't know. I don't.
I thought everything else looked really good in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the character.
I like the time. I think the character will be cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good movie. I think it'll be done well. But
I like the time period.
yeah, it's also super dope. I don't know.
Nice timing with Battlefield 1 coming out this year.
I just disagree. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, it really
I don't
doesn't.
think it's that big a deal.
Yeah, I don't. It
I
doesn't
don't know if
take
it
me
bothers
out.
me.
It doesn't take me out of the trailer like it does James.
It totally takes me out. The moment I saw that, I started laughing the first time.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it bugs me to that extent. But I can see where you're coming from.
I mean,
I'm sending you a picture.
You're like super aware
Wanna
that
throw
it's
it
like
up
a
for us?
comic book movie, right?
Yeah, and comic book movies can be done well or awful.
Like
even the new Batman's
superhero.
costume is a bit more. Like, I always hated the rubber Batman suits.
I don't know. I just don't understand what the issue is.
I sent you an image, if you don't mind throwing it up
Okay.
on the messenger.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't strike me as anything weird. I do like that they've given her a strong personality. I think it'll be. This is like the first trailer that I've seen.
Oh, you know it? It just gave you the Google search.
Yeah,
Oh no,
it
it
came up.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a very modern, like version of Wonder Woman that I think would have been way more, closer to believability.
I would have
You can see it
changed
here.
anything. Yeah, it doesn't do any different to me. It looks more ridiculous to me.
Well, I mean, you might want to mute some of the colors, but the idea is like she's gonna go into bullet flying warfare
With the tiara?
fully clothed, as opposed to with most of her body exposed, her skin exposed.
Yeah, I mean, fair
But
enough.
I think it really did come down to trying to keep that Greek tie to the origin story.
yeah,
Because
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's very Greek or Romanesque.
Yeah.
A lot of the armor.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, they went into battle. Look at the Spartans.
if 300 taught us anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have bullets flying at them.
That's true. But they had spears.
They had spears.
And arrows, which are the bullets of the
Arrows.
prehistoric world. Ah, my skin!
The pantalones was not a very popular clothing
Yeah.
yet.
I don't know. It doesn't. I think that you're just way overreacting. Yeah, like I don't.
I think you're just being contrarian to act cool about Wonder Woman for the crowd.
I just legitimately didn't bother me like in any capacity. Like
Is Zack Snyder directing that one? Because it looks...
I guess the thought is like, well, if I can just suspend my disbelief and believe that there's an Amazonian god, or I guess a Greco-Roman goddess woman,
She can wear whatever she wants.
I mean, okay.
I just think that, but
Isn't that part of what makes her cool is that she doesn't conform to
no
pre-1920
stereotypical
norms for women?
I think even to some point it's actually a little degrading
to her?
Sam Balco.
because we've
That's the
taken all
director.
the male comic book characters and we've kind of given them a more smart design.
Yeah, okay.
For film.
No, I could see what you could see in it like that. It doesn't take me out of the... Anyway, what do we got? What else we got?
Well, after that we have Justice League.
Justice League looks not that good to me.
Yeah.
What?
Aquaman, I don't know. It's like you're trying to save a Magikarp. Like, meh. I mean, I think he looks cool, but his power is still talking to fish.
That's not his power. A lot of people misunderstand Aquaman on that. I mean, he can talk to fish or control them, mind control them, but the whole like power of Aquaman is because he was raised in the deep, 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 deep sea. That he and his people basically had the physical prowess of Superman because they lived in deep pressure. So when he comes onto Earth, when he comes onto dry land, his body is impenetrable and his strength is ridiculous because it's whatever would be able to withstand deep sea pressure.
Plus the redesign looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks tight. I don't know. I mean, I just still feel like you should just probably ride a seahorse and go get some coffee for the real superheroes, I suppose. But
what I thought was I kind of felt it kind of seemed to me that DC or the Justice League trailer, the movie, they sort of took the scene when Batman reveals himself to Flash. Is it Barry Allen Flash?
Yeah.
To Barry Allen. The scene played out a lot like Tony Stark recruiting Peter Parker.
yeah.
It was like the whole, he's already in my house. What is he doing here? Surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to tell him I'm Spider-Man or Flash. So what does Tony Stark
Quick little test.
and Batman do? They throw something at him and he reacts really quickly and gives himself away. It's like the exact same scene with both Peter Parker and Barry Allen kind of just being like snarky and young and talking to the old man in the room. It was a little weird.
The one credit it
how
does
similar they
deserve is how well they display the character of the Flash. I've never seen the Flash done well other than just like a really fast guy, but the actual like
It's pretty cool in the TV show.
prowess of that.
They do a good job, I think, of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised that they're just forgetting that the
They're
foundation
doing the
they've laid.
multiverse, okay?
Yeah, but like they had a good thing with the Flash TV
That's
show.
it. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
They would have had a built-in audience right there.
exactly.
There you
Oh, of course, you know that they're rebooting Flash, right?
go. The TV show?
Well, what's happening is I haven't caught up in the seasons yet, so
Yeah, I'm a little behind myself.
but Flashpoint is happening, and that comes in the comic books. Basically, Flash changes something in his past, and that changes all of the future.
Oh.
So Flash will be the same character, but everybody else gets changed by, it gets Back to the
So
Future.
they can redo the whole show again.
Right, and change up all the relationships and
It's
and
quite a writing
put new
device
tension
they
in.
came up with there. We get 5 more seasons out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Ben Affleck is okay.
I just realized they didn't show Superman in the Justice League trailer.
They did not.
Not once.
No.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
I wonder.
But you haven't seen Batman v Superman yet, have you?
I haven't.
Neither
So
have
for
I.
the people who have not, I will not say anything more about that.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind if you spoil it for me,
Yeah.
but maybe not for everybody else. Well, that's interesting.
So we'll have
So
to see.
Superman's dead, and that's the end of the episode.
And Wonder Woman's not a real superhero because she's wearing the wrong garb.
What?
Yes,
That's what James said.
she's not being treated respectfully like every other character gets.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's fine.
She's getting her own movie before any Marvel female.
Well, with the current slate, yeah, but there's been female-led Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Like Elektra, for example.
We don't talk about Elektra.
I mean, it's hot trash of a movie, but I mean, there was an Elektra movie.
What a waste of an awesome character.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, I mean, people forget even DC already had a female-led movie. Do you remember which one it is? Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
Which was another hot trash film.
Like that didn't have anything to do with the comic character.
Right.
So, well, I guess we'll have to check it out then. Sounds good?
Yeah.
So be sure, if you've seen any of these trailers, you can find all the links to them. They're pretty easy to come across. Be sure to connect with us on all forms of social media. On Facebook, we're at facebook.com/faithandwhatever. On Twitter, you can find us at faith, the letter in whatever. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we will connect with you next time.